Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Rhianna Sanford, and we are just so excited that you have joined us to learn how you can basically add to your health by making one simple change at a time and getting those huge and meaningful results just by doing little things at a time. And so the person who invited you to this event must really care about you, first of all. And second of all, they are a part of a community. We're just a community of like-minded people who love just getting to inspire people, and we're very passionate about helping each other live healthier lives, but like I said, one simple change at a time. So let's just go ahead and get started. We are all at different places in our health, and that's okay. Some of us are wanting to be just want more energy. Some of us are wanting to run a marathon, and that's not me, by the way. I am not training to run a marathon right now, but wherever you are, that's okay. You might want to, just change some eating habits. You might just want to drop a few pounds, but if some of you are bold enough and brave enough to share, I want to know, what does good health mean to you? And one or two of you can share if you know that answer off the top of your head. What does good health mean to you? And there's no right or wrong answer for this, so feel free.
I would say just feeling good and having the energy to do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. We all want to feel good, and we all want to be able to do something and do it well. I mean, that's me. I tell people who I get to work with all the time, I don't want to halfway do anything. I want to go full force with it. And so being healthy allows me to do that. And so there are many areas that contribute to good health. Of course, exercise is one. Drinking more water is another. Getting the amount of sleep that you should be getting, less stress, and of course, nutrition. And we're going to focus on nutrition for the next several moments because doctors agree that 75% of diseases that we face today are actually preventable by nutrition. So there are many ways to actually that nutrition plays, that the way that it plays into our health. And this question right here, in what decade were these foods introduced? When we're talking about 75% of diseases being preventable, I'm not sure that these are some of the foods that people are thinking about that are fighting disease today. So the answer to this question is actually really interesting. It's the mid 1950s. Okay, so I was born in the 70s. So that basically means that these foods were available to me my whole life. They would have been available to my parents towards the beginning of their lives, and then to my grandparents not until the later part of their lives. And so these things have been available to us for quite some time now, but there's something that happened in our food in the 1950s, and we'll talk about that just a little bit. Dr. David Katz, who is a doctor from Yale, he developed a program called Nutrition Detectives, and this is to teach children how to read food labels. And I think it's really important for kids to be able to read food labels, but how about for all of us? And so we kind of like to talk a little bit about that. And there's several clues, but these are 5 clues that we want to just make sure that we all kind of are aware of what to look for. So number 1, don't trust the cover, okay? Because even if it looks like it's probably healthy, like fruit and grain. I know I was raised on Nutri-Grain bars. It was just so quick and easy to go pick those bad boys up and eat them on the way to school or whatever. Don't trust the cover, okay? Even if it looks healthy, what you want to do is you want to go to the ingredient list, okay? And then the first ingredient that is on the list is probably the most ingredient, has the most of that inside the product. And so here we're looking at sugar is number one uno on the list here. So that most likely means that there is a ton of sugar in this product, okay? Number two, you want to make sure that you're looking for harmful ingredients. Identify the harmful ingredients. So some of the things on this list, these are 12 dirty dozen. This is the dirty dozen list right here. Everything from hydrogenated oils to sodium nitrate and sulfites are on this list. And so you want to kind of take note of those kinds of things that are on it. Clue number 4 is the longer the ingredient list is, probably the more unhealthy we're talking about and the less likely it's actually food, all right? Because we want to be eating a lot more food and not just something that's food-like, all right? There is a difference. And so that's clue number 4. And then clue number 5 is be looking for something with at least 2 grams of fiber or more. So this label that we're looking at right here has about 1.33 grams of fiber, and that's not very much. Very few of us are getting as much fiber as we need in our diet. This one here that says 8 grams of dietary fiber, that is much, much better. Okay, so be looking for 2 grams of fiber or more. This slide is very striking to me. It's very alarming. It says 90% of the food eaten in America is processed. That's not 50%. That's not half the food. That's not a third of the food. That's not 75% of the food. It's 90%. That's just 10% shy of 100% of the food eaten in America is processed. We live in a time where our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, or tobacco combined. And that, I don't know about you guys, but that is not okay to me. That is very alarming to me. And then again, we repeat, I say this over and over again because I think that people miss it. Experts agree that 75% of diseases are preventable with good nutrition. We really just want to pay attention to those labels. We want to pay attention. Are we eating real food, or are we eating something that's quote unquote food-like? Okay, there is a difference. The road to good health is fruits and vegetables. And here's why. 150 doctors researched 4,500 studies on what keeps us healthy. Okay, 4,500 studies. And the only common denominator that they found was a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. It's hard to compete against 4,500 studies, you guys, that every single one of those said fruits and vegetables. That's what keeps us healthy, fruits and vegetables. So we want to be kind of following along the lines of what the experts say. They're recommending that we eat half, okay, that half of our plate is full of fruits and vegetables at every meal if possible. Okay, and sometimes we're wondering why. Why do we need 9 to 13 servings worth of fruits and vegetables? It seems like a lot. And here's why. Okay, because of this thing called oxidative stress. This is what is linked to poor health. And if you're like, what is that? I've never heard of that before. It is basically the aging of your body. So when you cut into an apple, like this picture shows, as soon as you cut into it, the toxins from the air start eating away at the cells at a cellular level of that apple, and it starts aging. It starts to turn brown. Essentially, it's starting to die. The fruit is not alive anymore once those toxins start to attack it. The same thing happens to the human cell about 10,000 times a day by mutagenic oxidants. So all the toxins from the food we eat from the air that we breathe, from the products that we put on our skin and our hair. All of those toxins are bombarding our human cells on a daily basis. And even just from working our cells out, walking from one side of the room to the other, that is actually helping us to age quicker. So that's what oxidative stress is. And that is what is linked to poor health. So our defense is fruits and vegetables, because they are so powerful and they contain literally thousands of phytonutrients. And those are basically plant nutrients. Those are nutrients that we find in plants. And these phytonutrients prevent cancer and other diseases. And they also reduce oxidative stress, which is what we just said is linked to poor health. Well, what we're looking at here is a list of 400 different phytonutrients in an apple. But scientists actually believe that there are probably more like 10,000 more phytonutrients that have yet to be discovered. And all of these ingredients create synergy in our body. They work together. They work together to prevent disease. You don't take the vitamin C out and expect that to just solve all of your problems because you took one of those phytonutrients out of the apple and took it in what's a lot of times people will take a multivitamin or some kind of supplement like that, full of isolated supplements. Usually there's maybe about 20 ingredients in those multivitamins. But here's the problem. We don't just need 20 of the ingredients out of an apple. We need all of them, all of the thousands of ingredients in fruits and vegetables every day to live the kind of health that I believe our Creator designed us to live in. And this is why I believe we don't have a vitamin problem in our country. We don't have a vitamin problem today at all. We have a fruit and vegetable deficiency. And really, we just don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. The majority of the U.S. population consumes less than 1 cup of fruit and then 1/2 cups of fruits or vegetables daily. And that's a really small number. We just don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. And this is where Juice Plus comes in. So for 25 years now, Juice Plus has been helping people gain better eating habits, more energy, better sleep, a better looking body, and it prevents disease before it happens. That's one of the most important things to me. It's being proactive about your health and making sure that you can get through your life without some crazy threatening disease ransacking through your body. So that is where Juice Plus comes in. And just a little bit about my story. When I entered my 30s, I was noticing that I was feeling way older than I really was. I was feeling that snap, crackle, and pop when I got out of bed. And for 30, 31, 32 years old, something was wrong with that picture in my mind. I didn't feel like I should be feeling like a 70-year-old woman. So I began to change my eating habits. I went on and started exercising. I started signing up for 5Ks here and there. I joined the Black Girls Run group here in Kansas City and started making some changes that way. Once I was introduced to this particular one simple change, this Juice Plus that we're talking about, I began noticing changes in my energy. And here's the thing, I have a lot of wear and tear going on my body every day because of the needs of my daughter. She's physically challenged, and there's a lot of pushing and pulling and lifting and tugging and turning and twisting and all of that going on in my body every day. And I knew I had to do something different. So when I felt a change in my energy level, it was noticeable. And I have the energy now of maybe like a teenager. And I could see differences in my skin, and I could see differences in my hair. My hair grows like a weed now, and was just ecstatic. I actually feel more healthy now, months away from turning 40 years old, than I did when I was in my 30s and felt like I was a lot, like twice my age. So even more than what's done in me is my kids are healthier than they once were. And even better, they're more aware of their health. And so when you're talking about a 9-year-old who is the police over if something is healthy or not, because he actually now is a lot more concerned and a lot more aware of his health. We get very few colds. We have not seen the flu in this house in over a year now, and I'm so grateful for that. They already know they just double up on their Juice Plus if they're not feeling too great, and whatever they end up with, a sniffle or sore throat, it's usually gone right after day one. So, and then they just crave and they eat and enjoy a lot more fruits and vegetables these days. And what parent doesn't want that for their kid, eating lots and choosing to eat lots more fruits and veggies? So I'm really appreciative of that. So, so let's begin a little bit talking just about Juice Plus and how it bridges the gap with one simple change. So Juice Plus and the Tower Garden basically provide several ways to add lots more fruits and vegetables to your daily diet, and we're just excited to share more about those. So the Tower Garden is an aeroponic system. It's an aeroponic growing system. And I know my friend Kim Wells that's on this call has one of those. I have one. And this is actually how I really got interested in sharing more of the message of Juice Plus because of the Tower Garden. It grows on your own fruits and vegetables at home. You only use 10% of the land and space compared to conventional or traditional gardening. And you use no dirt. That was a winner for me. No dirt, 30% higher yield. So what that means is they did a study where they tested the Tower Garden against traditional growing. And what they found was they were able to get the same amount of nutritional equivalents, but 30% of the higher yield in the same amount of time that it would have taken in traditional growing. And so that was huge. And it's just growing more and more popular around the world, really. But we've got everybody from the O'Hare Airport in Chicago that basically provide, sorry, my screen just decided it wasn't going to share anymore, provide all the restaurants in the airport with the fruits and vegetables that are grown in this urban Tower Garden inside the airport. And then tons of schools around the whole country are starting to catch on and realize that they can do a lot of great teaching by teaching their kids about growing their own food. So it's really super exciting. I'm getting a little bit of background noise, so if you've got something going on, just going to ask you to mute your line if you would for me. And this is just a quick visual of how it works. You basically have that 20-gallon reservoir. You put in the Tower Tonic full of earth-mined minerals that helps all the fruits and veggies grow nice and healthy. There's a pump in the bottom that's just going to pump that water right over through all those seeds that are planted in the pods. And whammo, you've got I'm going to remove this here so you guys can see. You have plants ready to be eaten, harvested and eaten within anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. And so it just depends on what you're growing, but it's super, super quick. It's amazing. So this is basically a little bit more about the plant power included in Juice Plus. The red, green, purple capsules or chewables come, and those are basically 30 different fruits and veggies that you can be flooding your body with on a daily basis. 30 different fruits and veggies. And then the Juice Plus Complete, which is our protein shake, is full of 15 more. So you math geniuses out there, if you add that together, that's up to 45 different fruits and veggies that you can be flooding your body with on a daily basis. Now, I do want to add that this is not a substitute for eating fruits and veggies, but it does help to bridge the gap. It helps you to kind of make what you're not eating a lot less, and you're getting a lot more fruits and vegetables in your body on a daily basis than what you would be if you were not taking Juice Plus. So you might be wondering what sets Juice Plus apart from vitamins and other supplements. And I'm glad you asked. Here's what it is. There is three things that really set Juice Plus apart. First, Juice Plus is concentrated, whole food, and it's not vitamins. The Juice Plus products have food labels and not supplement labels. Okay, that's a huge difference. They are non-GMO ingredients. They're dairy-free, gluten-free. And then the second thing is that it's NSF certified, which means there's a third party that goes in and checks and makes sure that everything that's on the label is actually included in the label, and that there's no stimulants, pesticides, or harmful ingredients, no heavy metals and things like that within it. It is very hard to get a nutritional product with that kind of a standard. And there's actually no other nutritional product made in the world at a higher quality than Juice Plus is. And that's a huge thing to be able to say, but it's the most researched nutritional product in the world with over 30 plus published clinical studies. We are so happy that we can say that we have put this product to the test. Well-known research institutions from universities to hospitals all around the world have done the research on Juice Plus, and these are gold standard randomized placebo controlled studies that have been done on people taking Juice Plus, and then the researchers are reporting what happens in their bodies. And so from the research, we know that these are the things that have happened in their bodies. Cardiovascular wellness, supports healthy inflammatory response, reduced insulin resistance in overweight boys, reduced oxidative stress, helps protect DNA, helps support immune system absorbed by the body, unlike a lot of supplements and vitamins are not fully absorbed by the body. But when you're eating food, the body absorbs all of that food. So that's a great thing to know. It's supported by thousands of leading health professionals around the world. And Dr. Sears, who is known as America's favorite pediatrician, actually his story is really fun because his wife bought Juice Plus for him when he was battling colon cancer years ago. And he looked at the research, took one look at the research and decided, this is the product for me. Look at all this research that's been done on this product. And that actually is the reason why he is now a huge fan of Juice Plus. So the Juice Plus Complete Shake Mix that you see here is also another, like we said, another great way to get more fruits and vegetables. It's low fat, low sugar, low glycemic, so great for diabetics. It's gluten-free, it's vegan and non-GMO. It uses it's a plant-based protein blend using powerful plants like soy and chickpea and rice. And we call those powerful ingredients because Asia is one of the more healthier countries that we know of. They've been eating a soy-based diet for years. And so that's why the company decided they wanted to use a good non-GMO soy ingredient to help make this protein shake be that much more powerful and useful in our bodies. So my family, we love the Juice Plus Complete Protein Shakes. We are drinking them on a daily basis. I can't keep my kids out of my shakes. I wish I could because I would have a lot more left over for me. But we do everything from making smoothies to making popsicles with them. My favorite is the Reese's in a cup. I make that, if not every day, almost every other day. It's a wonderful, wonderful combination of flavors. So Juice Plus is just a great first one simple change to start the domino effect of other changes that could be happening in your body, more energy. And then we'd love for you to start adding other changes like drinking more water, getting more exercise, getting more sleep. And we've got these groups where we add one simple change every month. There's a different theme, and these are all available. If you talk to the person who invited you on the call today, we can help you get you connected with that. And these are some different ways that people like to make one simple change. The Transform 30 program is a very rigorous but very high in results. You're taking your trio capsules. You've got the complete shake going in once or twice a day. You're making sure that you're drinking enough water to clear your urine. You're exercising, no wheat, no dairy. You're making sure that you're following ways to be less, have less stress, sleeping 7 to 9 hours, and eating a balanced meal, nothing before or after 6 o'clock. So that is a very popular program. People have seen a lot of great results from it. You can see these before and afters. Here, lost 30 pounds. This one over here is just after 1 month. She had some really great results after that 1 month. Here's some more before and afters here. So here's the thing, we all know that we work better if we have someone helping us. And so I really encourage you guys to check with the person who invited you so that we can help you get connected with these like-minded people in some of these Facebook groups and communities where we help each other do better and we keep each other accountable. So make sure that you talk to the person who invited you to this call. So as you can see, that Juice Plus is priced very comparatively to a cup of gourmet coffee. It's less than $2.50 a day, and the shakes you can get for about $2 a day. So we're not talking about something that's super expensive. We're just talking about something that you just have to be intentional about and adding it to your grocery budget. That's what we've done. We've actually added it to our grocery budget. We have a children's health study here that we have been able to see the changes that are happening in the kids that are on Juice Plus. Kids can get their Juice Plus for free for 4 years with every adult order, and that's just very generous of our company. My kiddos have been on Juice Plus now for 1.5 years, and it's made a total difference in our family. Here's one kiddo who was dealing with asthma. She's now able to run the fastest mile at her school without having to use her albuterol or anything like that. So that's really, really good story. I love stories like that. And this kiddo, I have a child with special needs, so a lot of these things you may have never heard of, but my kid has chronic constipation. My kid has had a seizure disorder. And when you're talking about things like that, you want something that is going to go into your kid's body and make a difference. And this little kiddo, Nate, he's not on a lot of the medications that he's had to be on before. And just after 6 months, he's seen huge changes in his body. Dr. Richard DuBois is one of our most favorite doctors who has also looked at the research and just decided that there's nothing else available any place in the world without a prescription that has been shown to do all of the things that fruits and vegetables do in the body and like what Juice Plus is able to do in the body. So we're really excited about that. Just want to end and thank you guys all for joining us, and just make sure you know there's 3 different ways that you can join with us and join this mission. You can add Juice Plus to your diet and inspire other people that way. You can also take part in a healthy living plan where you share with 2 to 3 people, or you can just join the mission and talk to lots of people, kind of like how I love to do now. So talk to the person who invited you. And thanks again. We're so happy that you guys decided to join us and spend this time with us tonight. So thanks so much, you guys. Have a great, great night.
Thanks, Rhianna.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rhianna.
You're welcome.
And look at that.